Hey guys, it's me, Maya, and I hope that you're having an awesome day. Today we're going to be doing something really exciting. We're going to be testing out the cheapest possible makeup products on Amazon. So we actually created this look right here. Not bad. So if you're interested in learning more, then just keep on watching. And before we get started, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button down below. It helps me out a lot. And hit the little bell icon so you're up to date whenever I upload. Now let's jump into the video. So recently I've seen some videos online surfacing of like buying the most expensive thing at Gucci, buying the cheapest thing at Gucci. Those kinds of videos, I'll link them down below so you guys know what I'm talking about. But that inspired something in me to be like, I'm not gonna shop at Gucci, but where do I shop at all the time? Amazon. Amazon, of course. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a video buying the cheapest things on Amazon, but not just any things. I'm always trying to buy makeup. So I thought it'd be really cool to test out buying the cheapest makeup on Amazon. So that's what we're gonna do today. We have a lot to do. Let's get to it. Okay, we're jumping into Amazon. And I'm gonna do this really simply. I just want the least expensive products from Amazon shipped to me for every step of a normal makeup routine. And I'm gonna also look for the cheapest items. But they also should be Prime because I love Prime and I want this sometime this century. So the first thing that I'll look into is a face primer. So I'm gonna just type in face primer. All right, and we're gonna switch on that prime filter. And we're gonna also then sort from price low to high. So what do we have here? All right, so the first thing is a face primer spray. That's $4.59. And it's an enhanced with aloe vera. It actually has pretty good reviews. And this is from City Color, which I've heard of before. It's like a really inexpensive makeup brand. And I think I had like a palette or something when I was like really young. I want to say I was like 14 years old. But I haven't really tried anything from them lately. So let's add this to our cart. Okay, cool. So we have a face primer down. Next, let's look into foundation. It looks like the cheapest foundation is $2.50, guys. That is crazy. I tried this foundation out maybe like 7 years ago when it first came out, so it's definitely been some time. But it's only $2.50, and I remember it being like maybe like $7, like still pretty inexpensive, but it's super cheap. So I'm gonna do this. So it does come as an add-on item, and pretty much what that means is that you need your whole order to be $25 in order to receive that item. And actually when you read into the fine notes, your whole cart could be made up of these like add-on items. They don't need to be along with another full price item that's not part of an add-on item. So I'm gonna totally take advantage of that and add that to my cart as well. And the colors I'm not so sure about, but I think soft beige would be okay. I'm not really sure. This is the difficulty of like buying foundation on Amazon, but let's add it to our cart and just wish for the best. And if anything, hopefully I can make it work. All right, next let's look into concealer. And let's see what we got. Oh no. So the cheapest item is a Maybelline Cover Stick Corrector. I hate those kinds of concealers. But if that's the cheapest thing, is it really the cheapest? What's the next one? The next one is like 20 cents more, and it's something that I feel like I would really love, so. Fuck. So let's see if they have my shade in stock. So I don't think I'm a light beige. I think I'm like a medium beige, but it's really hard to tell. Oh, but then the price goes up. Okay, so I'm gonna jump back because I still want to do things in my shade pretty much because I don't want to look like completely crazy and not be fair to you guys. So I'm going to go jump back and actually switch to this NYX concealer and see if I can get a better price than $4.99 on this one. So clicking into medium sounds perfect. I think I've actually used this concealer before in medium. So we're gonna add that to our cart. All right, next let's get a setting powder. So setting. Okay, so the cheapest powder on Amazon is a Covergirl powder. Not so surprising. I'm just hoping that they have like, is it translucent, please? Translucent light? I'm not gonna need the light. Translucent, what is this? How's it translucent but it has a color? Tawny. I feel like tawny is usually pinkish, but honestly, with the really limited information given here, it's hard to tell. I think this is the best it's gonna get. The reviews don't look so great, but let's add this to the cart. All right, next we're gonna get something along the eyebrow area. So eyebrow pencil. Okay, so the least expensive is a NYX eyebrow pencil. I thought they stopped making this. I don't know if they did. So let's see if they have our shade in this NYX eyebrow pencil. So this is in dark brown. Sounds good. I'm gonna add that to our cart. Cool. All right, next up, we're gonna do an eyeshadow palette. I hope it's not like a really shitty one. Oh, okay, so I think we could do like an everyday look and just do this eyeshadow palette from Covergirl. I think that sounds completely fine, so let's add that to our cart. So Sheerly Nudes Covergirl Eye Enhancers. It's a little quad palette, but I think it will do the job, and it looks like it's fine. It's just like matte eyeshadows. So let's do that one-time purchase and add to cart. And I want to do an eyeliner pen, so let's check one of those out. I think that'll be, again, the easiest thing where I won't need like an additional tool to use it. So hopefully I can get a decent one. Let's see. Okay, so the cheapest one on Amazon is the Kiki Precise Liquid Eyeliner Pen. But it looks like there's a few within that price range, so I feel like you could even be a little picky and still get a great deal. So they have Kiki, they have a few brands I haven't really heard of. They also have Almay, Elf, a bunch of different brands that have really inexpensive eyeliner pens. So Amazon might be a good place to check for an eyeliner pen if you don't want to spend a ton of money. So this one doesn't have the best reviews. It has 3.5 stars, but let's try it out anyway and see if we can at least get a decent look using this pencil or this pen. And I think the next thing is like blush, bronzer, those kinds of products. Highlighter, let's start with that one. Let's start with highlighter. I cannot spell. Okay, you gotta say makeup, otherwise. There's a bunch of highlighter pens. Eyeliner makeup. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, the Maybelline New York Facestudio Master Holographic Prismic Highlighter. I've actually heard of this one and I've seen like really good feedback reviews from it. So maybe this will be really nice. And it looks like they have two different shades. One being like a purple and one being more like a pearl. I don't know. So let's try this one out. It's in the color Opal, so I wasn't off by saying pearl. Let's add it to the cart. Okay, next up is a bronzer. Maybe I could do a contour kit. Let's see, contour. How is this the cheapest one? How is Cover FX only $7 on Amazon? Is this fake? You guys, literally how? So I used to work at Sephora back in the day, and I absolutely love Cover FX. Like as a brand, I think they're awesome, and I'm like, how old is this? Or like, I don't understand. Why is it only $7? So I don't know if this is like a fake Cover FX contour kit, but it looks like it's the cream contour kit that I actually loved. I used to have this, and I think I just used literally all of it up. So yeah, I mean, that's awesome. So we have blush and then mascara, and I think we can call it a day. So blush, let's check this out. I hope I can get a decent one. Why? I mean, this is fine. These are like the ones that you get when you're in middle school, the CoverGirl Cheekers blush, which are just like the little strips that I just hate why it's shaped like that. Like, Why? Literally no blush brush can grab onto that little strip. Like, make it a circle. I don't care if it's a little circle, even though it's like you're trying to stretch the product. I don't know. I just hate how that's shaped, but for the sake of this video, I guess. Do we have some options with colors? Because I really don't want to get this pink one. Okay, there are some options within the $3.44 range. So we have Natural Rose, which looks whatever. Natural Twinkle. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Let's go with, oh, Peach. I love peach blushes. Okay, let's go forward with this one. Pretty Peach. It looks like, how is this the swatch? This can't be accurate, guys. Okay, well, let's add this to our cart and pray for the best. Add to cart. And the last thing, mascara. I love mascara. Okay, let's see how this goes. I hope that it's just not like something that does literally nothing for my lashes. Oh, of course it is. Okay, there's a few options. Okay, there's two options. I can either get the Maybelline Makeup Great Lash Waterproof Mascara in Very Black, or I can get the Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara. And I've tried the Great Lash Mascara from Maybelline before, and it does nothing. It literally does nothing. So I did not like it. I'm gonna go ahead, test my luck with the Rimmel one, even though I think it has lower reviews, but like honestly, Great Lash doesn't do anything. So we're gonna add this to our cart. So the cheapest liquid lipstick is the Maybelline Lip Studio Metallic Foil Metallic Liquid Lipstick. I don't know if I want to do something that like is not wearable at all. Okay, I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna add it to the cart, and again, let's hope for the best. It's only $2.32. Literally, how? How? Okay, we got our cart wrapped up, ready to go. It's about $55 altogether for 13 makeup products, so that's pretty phenomenal. That's like super, super cheap. Let's do the math here. $5.50. No, $55 divided by 13 products. It comes out to about $4 per product. We've got liquid lipstick, we've got blush, we've got a whole contour kit, we've got a highlighter, some really cool stuff that I'm actually really excited to try out. Foundation, questionable. I don't know. I think I'm like a little bit worried about that. I don't know how a primer spray will work with like a mattifying foundation, but we got all of the basic steps down. So let's proceed to checkout, and yeah, let's check in with you guys in a couple days when I receive everything, and we'll see how everything works out. Hopefully we'll have some decent products, and I'll have a face that will be all right, like okay, like I can step out in public. So let's see how this goes, and I'll be right back with you guys in a couple days or a few seconds for you guys. So I'm back, and I got my box of goodies from Amazon, so I'm really excited to try everything out, and we can just get started. I think this is going to be a relatively neutral look except for the lipstick, which I think is going to be like a purpley metallic, so that's going to be a little bit different. But other than that, I feel like everything is going to be pretty much ordinary products that people will actually be able to use. So I'm hoping that I find some really good stuff that I'll be able to use on a daily basis, and you guys will be able to learn something and try something out too and find a great product for yourself. So let's just jump right into the makeup application. I'm gonna just zoom you guys in so you can see what we're dealing with. My skin has been cleansed. It's a little dehydrated. I applied a little bit of moisturizer, but nothing really too much yet. So let's just jump right into the makeup. In here we have a bunch of different color products. So I'm hoping that the majority of stuff will actually suit my skin tone. But I have some backups just in case something looks crazy. So hopefully we won't have to jump into those. Things first, we have this City Color Primer Spray. I've only ever tried one other like primer spray before, and that was the one from Smashbox. And I liked it. I just feel like with combination skin, I tend to gravitate towards things that are like mattifying or pore filling. So I'm wondering how this will deal with managing that. But overall, I think it'll be pretty simple. This doesn't have really any instructions on it. It just says use before makeup is applied. So it doesn't say like apply it to a brush or a sponge and then apply it to your skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume you can spray this directly onto your skin. Okay, it definitely smells like aloe vera. I'm gonna let that sit for a while, but in the meantime, we can get started with our eyebrows. So for the brows, we picked up this product from NYX. It's their eyebrow pencil, specifically the color dark brown, but it's just called eyebrow pencil, so nothing too crazy there. It doesn't have like a legit spoolie, it just has like this little brush, which I don't really tend to like usually, but I think this will work fine. It seems like a good formula though. It's like not too waxy, and it does make a pretty fine line despite it being kind of a big applicator. I'm just gonna fill them in using soft strokes. I'm gonna keep this relatively natural. So the color looks a little bit warm, but I think that's gonna be fine. Clearly I need to do my eyebrows overall. They are in dire need of like an appointment. But I just want to see if this works out decently. And I feel like because this is like a chunky pencil, I can't fully get the precision that I like. Like this looks a little bit not as defined as I usually would like. I'm going to go back with concealer, and I hope that that will kind of make things work. So overall, I feel like my eyebrows look a little intense. The product was less than $3. It was $2.87 as an add-on item on Amazon. So I feel like for the price point, you can definitely make this work. Like I said, it looks a little bit dark, but I think once I use my concealer just to clean up the edges a bit, I'll be a lot happier with the results. But it does fill in my eyebrows, and it isn't a horrible color. They do also have like a few different colors to choose from. I just went with medium brown because I think that's probably going to be the closest to my actual eyebrow shade, and I feel like this works okay. Up next, I'm gonna clean up the area around my eyebrows because it's kind of killing me. On Amazon, you're able to purchase this concealer for $4.50, which is really a great price. I don't think you're gonna find many concealers around that price point at all, and definitely not for like a full coverage HD cream concealer like this one. So let's apply this around the edges of my eyebrow to clean up this look a little bit. And I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow base. So I'm going to put this under the eyebrows to carve them out, and all over the lid to prime my lids for the eyeshadow. So I ended up picking up a loose setting powder from Covergirl. They had like two shades. One was like light and one was called tawny, and I wasn't really sure what shade it was like, but it looks like this is gonna be completely way too dark for me. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this. Also really strange because this has some glitter in it for sure. Like there's little gold glitter all throughout this loose setting powder. So I'm gonna actually just put this away and not even touch it anymore. And maybe I can give this to like a friend of mine. So I'm gonna use the second cheapest loose powder on Amazon, which is the Airspun Loose Face Setting Powder. I have mine in Naturally Neutral. So I'm gonna use this loose setting powder to set the concealer on my eyes, so then we can move on to eyeshadow. And this will just help with creasing. Okay, so now that we have our eyes prepped, our eyebrows done, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, which is this CoverGirl little neutral palette. It's called Sheerly Nudes. So it's just a very everyday wearable eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. Looking at this actual eyeshadow palette, you don't realize online how light all of these eyeshadows are. So even the darkest shadow in the palette is like a very light, soft transition shade that doesn't have too much pigment in it. So I feel like it's a little bit, it's just missing a little something. And these aren't like full-on shimmers. Maybe this one's a little bit of a shimmer, but they're not like fully matte either, which is strange. Those are swatches of the 4 shades, and like you can see, they all look pretty much the same. So I'm a little sad because I feel like we won't be able to get the depth of color that I usually like in an eyeshadow look. But let's test it out and see what this looks like. I'm gonna go into this eyeshadow palette using the lightest shade first. just to brighten up under my eyebrow. And this again is not exactly matte, but not shimmery either. It's so strange. I never see this in eyeshadows. You really can barely tell that there's anything on my eyes. So I'm gonna move on to the darker shadow in the palette, which is still super light. This shade right here. It looks darker on camera than it does in person, I swear. It's really not dark at all. And I'm gonna pick it up on a little dome-shaped eyeshadow blending brush. I'm gonna just apply a good amount into the crease, keeping this very casual and blend it out. You're getting a little bit of definition, but you guys can tell it's really not much at all. I'm really trying to make this work, but it's just so subtle that it's a little bit frustrating to work with. And they're not really blending well. You can see it's just not smooth. So that is the final eyeshadow look that I was able to achieve. I really don't recommend this eyeshadow quad. I feel like for $3 or $4, you might as well spend like $5 more and get eyeshadows that are really high quality. NYX has some great options. There's some really good options at the drugstore in general. So I feel like this is just very disappointing because it doesn't do anything for me. My eyes just look a little bit like sickly, and it definitely isn't a complete eyeshadow look. And it really comes down to like the colors looking way too similar. I think they're trying to play it safe with people who don't really like too much risk in terms of applying eyeshadow. I don't know. I just feel like this is doing absolutely nothing. Up next, we have this eyeliner pen. It's the Kiki eyeliner pen in black. This was $3.99. It didn't really have anything too crazy. I haven't heard of this brand before, Kiki. And it looks to be applying really nicely. Nothing looks like watery or patchy or anything like that, so I'm hoping that this will really do a good job on the eyes. So very black, pretty smooth. And I like how precise it can get, like in the inner corner here. I made that line a little bit slimmer. Okay, there is our little wing eyeliner, and I feel like this is a really nice applicator. I didn't have any trouble in terms of applying it, and it's really nice and black, which I enjoy. But first impressions is I like this eyeliner a lot. The next thing I'm gonna do is apply my mascara. So I got this one from Rimmel. It's the Extra Super Lash Mascara. It's supposed to be like volumizing and a buildable volume. So I'm not sure exactly what that means. Lift and build brush. So I hope that this just ends up looking nice. I tend to go for more of those volumizing mascaras. So I hope that because this is volumizing, it will do the job. It's also the cheapest one on Amazon. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes first to give them a little lift. And this mascara is not waterproof. It's the standard formula. It comes with a pretty traditional applicator. It's a bristle brush. It's not plastic or anything. And it doesn't pick up too much formula. Like the brush looks really dry still. Oh my god, I might need to like be doing mascara for 5 minutes because this looks like it's applying absolutely nothing. Okay, Okay, so we can move on to foundation, which in this case I got the Rimmel London Stay Matte Foundation in 200 Soft Base. So this foundation claims to be featherweight liquid mousse that blends flawlessly for natural looking all day shine control. Silky smooth formula leaves a perfectly matte, baby soft finish. Lightweight texture won't feel heavy or greasy. So I'm just putting a little dollop on my beauty blender and I'm gonna start applying this to my skin. This foundation was one of the cheapest items that I picked up. It was only $2.50. I'm actually really surprised because I like how it's looking. It may not be the perfect shade, but it looks decent and I'm really liking the finish of it. For $2.50, are you kidding me? This looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and apply our concealer. So the NYX HD Concealer in medium. Under my eyes in like a little triangular shape. I think this concealer might be one of the best purchases so far out of this whole thing. So this is the contour kit that I picked up. It comes in the shade Neutral Medium. So it's not too yellow, not too pink, and it is a medium skin tone. And I think this one is legit, guys. So I've had this one before. You have the colors N20 as your highlight, the shimmer shade, which is Starlight. So this is the complete cream selection right here. So I would recommend using this before you set anything with powder because this is a cream product, and the creams are really soft and pigmented. And I'm going to apply this in a triangular shape under my eyes and down my nose. I know we got a big nose, gotta make him look cute. And a little bit on my forehead. Just blending with my beauty blender. This blends in so nicely. It's really creamy. Just applying to the hollows of my cheeks. I really love how these are blending. Wow. And even though this looked a little bit warm when I first applied it, I feel like this might actually work. I'm gonna set with my setting powder now, which is the Airspun Loose Face Setting Powder. This is an oldie but a goodie. I feel like it is really good at brightening, so I'm just going to use this clean side of my beauty blender and just bake this for a little bit. So we've let that marinate for a couple minutes now, so I'm going to wipe away that excess powder. I'm just going in with a clean, small brush to just wipe the excess away. I'm really excited for this one. It's a prismatic highlighter in color 050. So yeah, I don't know. This looks intriguing. It looks beautiful. I mean, it looks really, really gorgeous. I'm hoping that it lives up to those expectations. Wow, it looks so beautiful, guys. It's a little bit of like a purple sheen to it. But it looks like really nice. So, ooh, that's pretty. It's a little subtle at first, but then it gets like really intense. I don't know. I think I like it. It is definitely holographic in the terms of like a purpley tone instead of like a golden one. but it's not like rainbows kind of hollow, you know? Overall, I think that this highlighter is really pretty. I just don't know if I like that it's like a purple tone, but that might just be this shade specifically. But I think it looks pretty overall. For my blush, I went super old school and I got the CoverGirl Cheekers in Pretty Peach. This is just like a peach tone blush. Ooh, but the color's pretty. It's definitely buildable, but you can definitely get a nice intensity. I feel like that's a really pretty blush. If only they packaged this in a circle, I feel like people would really go crazy for these. Last, but definitely not least, we have this metallic foil liquid lipstick. It's the cheapest lipstick on Amazon.com, and I was surprised that it's like a liquid lipstick that just looks so interesting, like metallic. So it's like a purpley metal shade. That's the swatch there. You can see there's like a few little bald spots. It might not cover completely, and we might need to get a couple of coats on my lips. But let's test this out, because a liquid lipstick that's foil, being the cheapest liquid lipstick on Amazon, that's impressive. But look at this. What is happening? I'm gonna try like tapping it on. Hey guys, so this is our final look. The things that I liked the most were definitely the foundation, which was surprising. The contour kit was #1 best purchase out of this whole bunch. I really liked the highlighter and the blush. I feel like that looks really pretty. So overall, some really great finds, and then a few duds. I didn't really like the mascara. It didn't do much for me. I didn't really like this lipstick. I feel like it's super patchy. It is patch fill, guys. It's just really not a good formula. But I have a look, and I feel like it's not bad. It's really, I thought it was going to be worse. I thought that the foundation was going to be way off, but it definitely works. I hope that you guys enjoyed doing this little test with me. I did like a lot of the products, and I feel like overall, if you're really just conscious about what you're spending for products and you look for them in the right places, you can find cosmetics for really inexpensive prices that are actually high quality products. So that's the whole goal. It's not just to cheap out and get the cheapest of the cheap for no reason whatsoever, but it's to get high quality products for a fraction of the price. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what you think of this look.